الحمد لله رب العالمين. اللهم لك الحمد حمدا طيبا مباركا يرضيك عنا يا الله. اللهم لك الحمد على نعمة الإسلام. اللهم لك الحمد على نعمة رمضان. اللهم لك الحمد على نعمة هذا الكتاب. هذا الكتاب من يعرفه فهو حي، ومن لا يعرفه فهو ميت. هذا الكتاب من تعلم منه شيء أو تعلمه is alive. This is the one that is alive. And if anyone doesn't even heard about it, he has put in his heart no word of this Quran, he is dead. He has come to dunya and lived without being alive, without having this pleasure and this enjoyment. He didn't live, because life itself is in between the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. اللهم إياك نسأل يا مولانا العظيم أن تجعل هذا الكتاب دائما في قلوبنا، وعلمه لأبنائنا وأحفادنا وذرياتنا حتى يوم الجمع العظيم. May Allah نسأل, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we are asking to make this book, to make this book min nasib all our children and the children of our children and all our offsprings until the day of judgment. Until the day of judgment, and this book is the property of our children, inshallah ta'ala. ولك الحمد حمدا طيبا مباركا يرضيك عنا يا الله. أحبابي في الله, I wanted just to go through some things very important which I want to speak about in this Ramadan, في هذا الشهر المبارك العظيم, in this very great month. Why it is great? Because this book comes in Ramadan. See the great event. So the great event to make the month great. And the month itself, it was meant by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make this book comes in Ramadan, because the word Ramadan itself means to clean yourself to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to purify yourself to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to make yourself purified for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The word Ramadan is to flee to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala where it is safer, where it is secured, where it is more income, where it is pure income, where it is pure life. Here next to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The Ramadan is the month where we flee to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, where it is safe, حيث الأمان، حيث النهضة، حيث الوسعة، حيث الله سبحانه وتعالى. هو الشهر الذي نرجع فيه إلى الله سبحانه وتعالى. One of the meanings of the month. We need to go through lots of things. The most important one, the evidence, the scientific evidence I have collected that this book is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is the main subject in every day. We need to speak about the rights of the women in Islam. The right of a woman in Islam. The right of women in Islam. And we need to speak about also the right of the man, because the man has good rights in Islam. And we need to speak about our children and their rights in Islam. Do you know that the child or your child is more important than the Kaaba itself? The Kaaba itself, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, looked at the Kaaba and said, it is more important than a human, a Muslim. A Muslim is more important than the Kaaba, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. This means that if you build up your son properly, and if you taught him the Quran, it means that you have built a Kaaba. You have built a Kaaba for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Who has built our Kaaba, أحبابي في الله? Sayyidina Ibrahim and Sayyidina Ismail. Sayyidina Ibrahim and his son. So they have taken the ajr of building up the Kaaba. Do you need to have the same ajr? Do you want to have the same ajr like Sayyidina Ibrahim? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَهُوَ عِنْدَنَا مِنَ الصَّالِحِينَ. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, He is now in Jannah. Now. Enjoying himself in Jannah. Sayyidina Ibrahim, do you need to be as a winner as Sayyidina Ibrahim? Do you want to be as winner as Sayyidina Ibrahim? Build up your son. So you are taking the ajr of King Kaabas. Build up your children. Build up your daughter. قال صلى الله عليه وسلم أيما منكم واحد منكم has got three daughters, three girls. فربهن وأدبهن وزوجهن إلا وأدخلها الجنة. If you have three daughters and you taught them the Quran and you grown them up in Islam and you helped them to get married in Islam, so you are in Jannah. You are in Jannah. So one of the Sahaba said, I have got two daughters, Ya Rasulullah. It's not three. He said, and the two daughters. Another one said, I have got only one daughter, Ya Rasulullah. He said, and one daughter. One girl you have, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gifted you, gift again to you, just keep her on the Quran and help her to be a good Muslim. Once you finish this, and then help her to get married, you are in Jannah. You are in Jannah with Sayyidina Ibrahim and Sayyidina Muhammad and all the Anbiya. Do you know how many prophets do you have, my dear brothers and sisters? So many Muslims, they don't know even the number of the wives and their names of Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And those are our mothers. So Sayyidina Aisha is our mother, and Sayyidina Khadija is our mother, Salama is our mother. So do you know the number of them? Do you know their names, our mothers? And if they are our mothers, why shouldn't we call Sayyidina Muhammad our father? Any prophet, we are following any prophet, all the prophets. So their wives are our mothers, and they are our fathers. So we are one family. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala called us one nation. وَتِلْكَ أُمَّتُكُمْ أُمَّةٌ وَاحِدَةٌ. From the first Muslim, our Adam alayhi salam, and come step by step, prophet by prophet, 124,000 prophets. Take them one by one until Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. All those are our grandfathers and who are their children. أحبابي في الله. We need to speak also about Ad-Dajjal. Ad-Dajjal is a one-eyed man. He comes with one eye. Look at my face now with one eye. The other eye is dead. The other eye is dead. That is why you see so many singers nowadays, because the time is very near. So many singers, they come out and they bring you a very little singer group and covering one eye up and imitating or giving a signs of a Dajjal is coming. Like Madonna, for instance, when she is singing, she gave a song in 2014 and she was wearing a crown like the coronavirus. And the song was called Come and See the Future of the Dajjal, with one eye covered, and everybody around her, which was singing, was wearing a very big mask. In 2014, was saying that 2020, we are going to have a crown virus and everybody will have a mask. Since 2014. Things is happening nowadays, it's only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that knows about it. And she was speaking about Ad-Dajjal, that his future is going to be why we are going to have plenty of money, and we are going to have plenty of what you mean, goods. That is true. This is what Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said. But for his followers, الدجال will come, أحبابي في الله, قال صلى الله عليه وسلم, if الدجال come, when I am still here, if I am still here, فأنا حجيجه. It's me that will speak to him, and it's me that will tell him that he is not a God, and it's me that will fight him. فأنا حجيجه. قال صلى الله عليه وسلم, and if it come after my life, فكل Muslim, every Muslim is حجيج himself. Every Muslim will have to argue about himself. It is fitna. Fitna means when you don't know which right and which wrong. Is this way right? Is this way wrong? Why? Because this man, when he comes, he has got one eye dead. This eye is dead completely. Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, if he is a God, he would have made himself beautiful. If Sayyidina Isa is not a God, Sayyidina Isa is not a God. Sayyidina Isa is a prophet. He's a human being like you and I. And he's a prophet. But مثله كمثل آدم, زيه زي آدم. He's just like exactly the same example of Adam عليه السلام. Sayyidina Adam عليه السلام, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created him without father and mother, and Sayyidina Isa, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created him without a father. Sayyidina Isa, when he is coming down on the hands of the angels, everybody will see him coming down from heaven, coming down, everybody. The drops of water that is going to fall out of his, because he will be respirating and sweating. The water that is going to fall out of his body because he is beautiful. It is going to be more dearer than little pearls. And he is not a God. So how Dajjal is a God, and his one-eyed person, and the look of him is horrible. When you look at him, you will be terrified and horrified. قال صلى الله عليه وسلم, if you have in your heart the first 10 ayah of Surah Kahf, of Al-Kahf Surah, if you have them in your heart, so you are aware of his fitna. You will be able just to recite them 10 ayahs on him. It will burn him. It will burn him alive. Why this is going to be fitna? If somebody is crying, oh, this is my father has passed away, oh, I am your God. So if you are my God, can you get him alive again? And say yes, woke up. He will woke up. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give him this capability. So, and because he has got this capability, it is going to be fitna. And now, you promised him that you will believe in him if you make him woke up. He has made him woke up. Oh, and you then saying that I was just asleep. What's wrong? And he got up healthy. And then you need money, yes, I'll change this book, all of it money for you. Fitna. So many people are going to love him because of the wills. Everybody will follow him, will be wealthy and healthy and happy. And anybody, because he believes in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and in the Quran, is going to not to follow him, is going to be poor. He's going to be poor, and he's not going to have, they see anything, even he's going to fight to cover his body up, because it is fitna. It is fitna, and that's why until Sayyidina Isa come, and he will land next to Damascus, and he will find him, and he will kill him. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will help Sayyidina Isa to kill him, and then he will go around to the people who didn't believe in him, the people who stayed in their iman, and he will put his hand on their faces, will tell them in beauty and wealth and health. And there is some rih, some air will come from the south, straight to, or everybody followed Ad-Dajjal to kill him, and everybody followed him will die with him too. So if you have just in Surah Kahf from Alhamdulillah alladhi anzala ala abdihi al-kitaba wa lam yaj'al lahu iwaja, this is the first ayah, and also speaking about the kitab. So we need to speak about the first 10 ayah in Surah Al-Kahf, and why this first 10 ayah is your hirz, is your, like your mask, that's going to keep you out of the fitna of Ad-Dajjal. This is what we are going to speak about inshallah ta'ala in our next word. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم. أحبابي في الله، نسأل الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يبارك لنا في هذا الشهر المبارك، وأن يديم علينا تتابع رمضان أفطر رمضان أفطر رمضان في صحة وسعادة. نسألك اللهم يا ربنا أن تغفر لنا خطايانا، وأن تشفي لنا مرضانا، وأن تقينا كل بلاء مبين يعم الأرض أو ينزل من السماء. نسألك يا أرحم الراحمين، يا رحمن يا رحيم، يا ذا الجلال والإكرام، يا حنان يا منان يا بديع السماوات والأرض، ألا تضل لنا ذنبا إلا غفرته، ولا هما إلا فرجته، ولا دينا إلا قضيته، ولا ضالا إلا هديته، ولا ولدا إلا أنبته نباتا حسنا يرضيك ويرضيك، ولا حاجة من حوائج الدنيا ولا الآخرة إلا قضيتها لنا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give every Muslim all what he needs in this Ramadan, and protect him from every evil. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam asked before for his protection. نسألك يا الله يا رحمن يا رحيم يا ذا الجلال والإكرام to empower the nation with health and wealth, and keep away from every evil. وصلى اللهم وسلم وبارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت وسلمت وباركت ورحمت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد.